What's up, guys? Welcome back to the One Man Show. I am the man, the talkative one, and that is the one.
Yep. As usual, I'm the more famous guy. And we have in the house...
the least famous guy.
Come on, introduce yourself, bro.
Hello, hi, I'm Vicky. I'm Vicky. I'm 29 years old. And I box.
Okay, let's go straight to your fight name. So let the listeners know what is your fight name and how do you get that fight name?
So I think since my first professional fight, the fight name has been called Black Panther. Apparently in my I don't even know how it actually came about.
Because you're black, that's one.
No, I'm
That's
not black.
racist.
No, black is black.
I'm brown.
Okay.
There's a difference between brown and black.
Exactly, dude. Come
This
on.
is black.
I
This is
remember
brown.
Coach Bala was saying that he is caramel brown.
Oh, caramel. Oh,
I am
nice.
caramel.
That's a nice way to put it, actually.
Yeah. Melts
it's a
in your
nice way
mouth.
of
not
Then
in
where
your
did the
hands.
Panther come from?
So basically, we used to have a fight team back in fight promotion. So each of us have a particular characteristics, and each of us
Okay.
behaves very differently. So I don't know how I behave black or I behave Panther. I became the Black Panther.
Panther's always like, I think, spend time in the trees a lot.
No,
You like to hang out in trees, bro?
No, bro. No, neither am I rich like him.
I know there's a Mexican boxer whose name is El Pantera. I think it's meant the Panther or something.
Panther. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Le Panther.
He knocks out a lot
Maybe
of
you
people.
should change your name to Black Pantera.
Yeah, hopefully I can get a knockout in my next fight.
Sounds more fierce.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
So you were given this nickname
Yeah, I was given this
and
nickname
you've
by my
stuck
gym.
to it.
Started.
So are you embracing the Black Panther in you?
Yes, I have. I've been doing my best and training very hard, and always is a new experience.
Yeah.
So I never knew how I'd actually end up in professional boxing. Actually, for a matter of fact, when one actually Instagram messaged me, I went back a few years back. I think I actually did text him saying that, hey, you know what, I'm really very impressed with your fights, and I hope one day I can be a professional boxer.
How many years
so I
ago
think
was
it was
this?
about 3 or 4 years back. Oh,
Yeah, I think about that. Yeah.
yeah, quite long. I was still fighting amateur. So I used to see, I've seen one of his fights or two of his fights before.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, wow.
How many fights have you had as an amateur?
I only had about 7. I think 7 or 8.
Seven.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Wait, how many do you have?
I think about 140.
What the fuck?
And
Yeah.
then you turn pro.
And then I turned pro. But 140 after about 10 years. So that's quite little.
But that's per year, that's 14 fights. That's quite a lot, no? On an average basis.
Yeah, I mean, for Singaporean, yeah.
Well, you're just fighting throughout your whole life.
Yep,
Since you came out from the womb, bro.
Like, no
Swinging.
CCA. Which secondary school are you from?
I was from Pasir Ris Crest Secondary School. It's a music center.
Oh,
I played the angklung. And I was a librarian.
Oh, I remember this. Can you imagine
Oh my
him a
God.
librarian?
I cannot imagine. He's like, yeah. That's funny. And how do you end up actually being a boxer? Like, you are library and boxing.
Am
One
I
makes a
the
lot.
guest?
He's now this is now the Black Panther and Man Show. I'm
Man
sorry.
Show. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you've had 7 or 8 fights as an amateur, right?
Yeah.
Then you suddenly decide to go pro.
Yes.
How's that path? How do you come to the point where you say, you know what, I'm gonna beat people up for living professionally?
Actually, very honestly, a lot of people don't know about this, but I was super freaked out because fight 3 round 3 minutes already is hard pain. No, it's damn tiring. Fighting, knowing that you're going to step into a place where you're going to be fighting like 4 rounds, 6 rounds, 8, 10, or even 12 if God permits in the future where I manage to fight such a big fight. It was a very big fight. I was very scared and I didn't know what to do. So I just told my coach, Willie, like, hey coach, you know what? I want to turn pro. And he says, okay Vicky, this is your last amateur fight. You're going to turn pro.
Wait, this was before your last amateur fight?
My last amateur fight was actually... Wait, this 2020, right? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, it
okay.
is. Welcome to 2020.
Okay. So it was 2019 January, if I'm not wrong. It was my last amateur fight and I fought pro in March.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
My first pro fight was actually in March.
So it's you. Hang on, I don't get this. You were scared and then you turned pro.
So I've always been a kind of person who actually likes challenges because I used to be a very fat kid. I used to be 133 kilograms.
Yeah, we saw that on your Instagram.
Oh yeah. So I always tell myself this, that if I'm able to actually do that and come to where I am today, right? Actually, nothing is impossible. So I said, let's challenge myself and say, what's the worst that can happen to me? My face get disfigured, but Yeah, but okay, that's kind of worse actually lah.
Have you seen his face?
I'm still good looking.
So I decided to just take a challenge upon myself, and I wanted to be someone special. I wanted to be a icon and a figure to be able to inspire not just people around me, but those of them in the amateur scene. You know, they really want to come up, and that's why I turned pro. And yeah, it's kind of nice.
And how is it so far being a pro?
The work is more double. The work is more double. It's much more than being an amateur. But you learn a lot. You absorb a lot of new knowledge. You watch good professional fighters and you like learn a lot of things from them. All right.
So how is your typical day? Like I know like you wake up at 3 a.m, 4 a.m, you go to work, you go for your runs, then you rest, then you go train again in 2 hours time.
Yes.
Stuff like that. So how does it go?
Okay, so basically I run a gym called Sculpt Fitness. Sculpt Fit Society is located at Grassroots Club. What we do is we transform people. So basically it's reliving what I used to be. So if somebody is like very huge, and we actually specialize in weight loss.
Okay.
Okay, so when somebody is very huge and they come to us and they said, this is it, I want to lose my weight. So we come in there as the guys to actually help you to lose your weight and get your transformation in. So typically when now 6 weeks out into my fight, whenever I'm preparing my fight, I usually fight at super lightweight. I fight 63 kilograms. So my walking weight is about 75, 76. So I have about 14 kilos to 15 kilos to cut within like 7 weeks.
Wow.
So there have been times where I have to leave it till the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks because I'm so busy with work because running a gym is not easy. You have to run your own marketing, your own finance. You have people you have to take care of. You have your clients to take care of because personal training is more one-on-one kind of thing. So it can start off as my day waking up at 3:15 and starting my runs at 4 a.m. So I'll run usually an hour or 45 minutes depending on how bad my training was the previous day. But then again, I somehow rather just pull through and I'll get it done. So after that 1 hour of run, it's actually not considered training. It's just for my water to come out. So the next 1 hour, which will be like from 5 to 6 a.m. will be usually where I focus on my boxing or compound or whichever exercises last strength and conditioning. Then finish the training, go shower, have a few cups of coffee, some eggs, and close my eyes for about 15 minutes. And then I pick up this huge stack of files where I'll start to prepare and write down all the clients' training programs for the day.
Wow.
So usually it's a lot of it's a very tight time management because I have PTs from 8, 9, 10, 11. I've ever done PTs from 8 a.m. all the way till 2 p.m. Maybe had a break for an hour and then 3 p.m. all the way till 9 p.m. So every hour there's always a client and
that's like good money, man.
There's good money, yeah, but money is a byproduct when you do it out of passion. So I really love what I'm doing because I'm able to change someone's life. I have a couple of good guys, like good coaches with me who have been with me since the time I started this gym. So some of my burden is usually given to them more when I'm actually cutting weight.
Yeah, okay.
So it's good. So I usually will train in the morning. So I usually will train with Coach Philip at 4 a.m. Then I'll come back to the gym, train, and then there's like this 1 hour gap. Sometimes I'll train my boxing again. And then I have another 1 hour gap. Maybe after PTs at 10 o'clock, I'll wear back my sauna suit and I'll do like my walks to get rid of some extra water. So that's how actually I lose my weight. I've actually lost 15 kilos in 3 weeks before.
Wow.
So you sleep at the gym also sometimes?
Sometimes I've ever slept back in gym.
Yeah, I think you are the only other person that I know that sleeps in the gym other than this guy.
Oh.
You guys are the sleep at the gym club.
Oh,
Well
it's
done.
nice. You know why? Because in the morning, you wake up, you have everything there. What else you don't have? You have shower. You can shower here. You have drinks here.
No excuses.
But
No excuses.
let me ask both of you. So both of you are gym owners. Ridhwan owns Legends Fight Sports. And your gym is
Sculpt.
Sculpt. Which one comes first? Being a professional boxer or being a gym owner? You want to go first?
You go first.
Okay, to be very honest, both pillars are very important. But I cannot rank which is more important to me because on one side, yes, it pays my daily bills, but another side, it's a privilege and a duty, and to uphold your privilege and duty it takes a lot of responsibility because a lot of people are looking at you, a lot of people are being inspired by you. As much as it's a job, I also take both the same. Yes.
What about you, Juan?
I think pretty much the same.
Wow, that's
I like how you made me tell all the answers.
that's very typical of
I
you.
think it's pretty much the same because I think it's a bit unfair for me to prioritize one over the other. But I will naturally, for me, I will always put my clients first. The gym will sort of always come first.
Yeah.
I don't mind working extra or sleeping less. So as long as I get the priority straight, like the members, the gym, everything is sorted out because they pay. They wanna experience a change in their lives.
Yeah, true.
So I cannot be selfish and say, I've got a fight coming up. You all have to wait. So I think it comes together. But other than that, the members are quite understanding. I think they know this is the path that I am at. And they are sort of part of it also.
It's good that everybody around you is understanding because at times, especially when you're weight cutting, you won't be able to conduct classes properly because your mental state of mind is not there. So it's good that you have a team and the students
when having a team really matters.
Really matters.
Yeah,
I really
welcome.
think so. It's very, very important. So yeah.
Thanks for nothing, bro.
You're welcome.
Okay, when we talk about clients who want to make a change.
All right.
Okay, for example, we have him. He has always wanted to make a change.
Oh.
But there haven't been good changes. It just
What do you had for lunch today?
that kind of changes.
Oh, I had.
How do you motivate this kind of person? Like you
Wow.
have the numbers, you have the exercises,
Yes,
you have. Do you scold him or do you
No,
like?
we don't scold him. We
Yeah,
tell him
don't
the
scold.
utter reality of what will happen to him in the next 5 years.
Yeah, what is the reality?
So what you had for lunch?
I had duck slice laksa.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you.
Duck.
You know how many rounds of pet work you have to go through to
We
burn
were,
that?
we
It's
were
not the laksa, it's a duck.
Duck.
Yeah.
Effort, yeah. Duck.
Effort.
I love
duck.
duck. Yeah.
Duck.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Nothing lah. It's just that it's laksa. It's fine. It's normal laksa. Then-
Seriously, of all people, you're telling
Yeah.
laksa is fine.
Then duck. What the?
Why? Why not? It tasted nice.
Of all things, duck.
I think duck is okay lah. Duck is the laksa part lah for me. Oh, no, it's the
Wow.
other way around for you.
Two different school of thoughts here, people.
Two different school of thoughts. I'd rather eat duck than eat laksa. How about you?
I eat both. I don't like.
That's what I did.
I don't like to waste food.
That's
but
what I did.
The difference is I train. Yeah. So how would you handle somebody like him?
So basically, I will call him down to the gym and we'll sit down and talk and tell him. So if you're going to be eating duck laksa for the next 5 years of your life, you're going to end up either looking like a duck or you're going to end up in the hospital because it's going to really screw up it's going to really fuck up your system. It's going to the diseases, and trust me lah, Singapore bills hospital bills, let's not even go there lah.
Yep.
Super expensive, you'd rather save those money and go for a nice holiday in Europe or something. Trust me. So I will explain to you in a very nice manner, this and this is going on. I'm here to help you, but we have to do it as a team.
Yeah. See, I never got this from you, one. See.
You never
This is-
paid me
this
for
is-
anything. Even the drink over there, you took it for free.
Oh,
And
Oh,
you
this is my house.
And you pretended like you want to treat me to a drink. And it's my own drink. Shameless piece of crap.
oh my god.
But are there ever cases where people? No, look. I think the reality of it is that some people, especially when New Year comes around, they want to make
Yeah.
a change, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But,
yes.
but there's a lot of people who give up halfway.
Yes.
What do you do to people like that?
Okay, you see, it's very natural, even for me. Even for us, when we are off season, sometimes boxing. I mean, I've seen you eating nice mee goreng and stuff, right?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Maggie.
So even me,
Maggie.
right after my last fight,
You only see what I choose to show you.
Oh, bro.
I've seen a lot, bro.
So after my fight, my last fight, it was just right before my wedding in October. So I got married. I went for honeymoon. Had a nice couple of drinks. Got drunk. And
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. So I really took a break for 2 months because last year I was really fighting quite back to back, like 2 months break, fight. Because I was trying to put a name for myself. I was trying to let's see how far I can go. So I was actually supposed to fight on January. Wait, you fought in January, right? You were
I
there?
did.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Wow.
I did.
You didn't, right?
Yeah, no.
You fought in December.
Yeah, for
December, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, December.
Oh, is it January fight? Oh, January.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, January
was
didn't
it.
fight. Oh, yeah. So I was supposed to fight in January, but I told my coach, it's impossible for me to cut that kind of weight from December. I not say I ballooned up, but I put on some good and I retained a bit. So I said, this is not the time. So, wait, shit. What was the question again? See, I forgot already.
What do you do? What do you say to people who quit halfway?
Oh, yeah. So I will tell them, I'll put them as my own example. It's okay to sometimes go out of way. It's really fine. But enjoy and come back to what is your path. So our job over here is to actually let you enjoy a bit. Means tarik a bit, then let you off. Then tarik a bit, let you off. So we will, when they come back for training, we motivate them. Hey, look guys, not bad. Even though you go for holiday, some of them, they are very careful. They're quite careful. They don't overdo it with the duck laksa. So
Duck laksa.
I think today's magic word is going to be duck laksa.
Yeah, it's
What
quite nice
the
actually.
But thank God, somehow or other, me and my team, we are able to actually with form of words of motivation or self-examples. Because I have pictures of myself with my fat photos all around my gym, kind of thing. So, and my coaches themselves have been through a transformation like myself. So we actually have walk the dog kind of thing. So,
Who are your coaches?
so I have a coach named Coach Dean and another coach named Coach Satish.
Okay.
So I have two of them and Coach.
Are they boxing trainers or weight or what?
Both of them used to be in the physique line.
Wow, okay.
So they have better bodies compared to the both of us combined lah. Yeah, like big muscles and the ripping six packs and
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
like things I've never seen in my whole life. Like big muscles, I mean.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Careful.
So yeah, I mean, being a boxer at 63 kilograms or 66, we can't have really big muscles. It's going to slow us down,
Yep.
kind of thing. So they are actually very good. They are very motivating and very knowledgeable. So I'm kind of blessed that these guys are around. So it's actually motivation. You can't be on a super strict diet 365 days a year. And we tell our clients that, hey, you need to understand all this. And so, okay, so far so good. We have actually been changing quite a number of people.
I have a question because you're saying that you have to lose like 15 kg before you fight,
Yeah.
right? Last episode we had Daryl who had to lose almost the same.
Oh,
weight,
yeah.
right? And one you also have to lose quite a few, 5, 6.
I think to be safe, mine is about 6.
Six, okay. Yeah, six,
right?
okay.
So, but what makes you guys want to fight at a certain weight? What makes you guys not want to just fight at your walking weight?
I think for me, I fight like at 58.9. So to make it easier, let's say 59. So if I am watching what I eat, I should be walking around 59, 60, 62 kilos. If I'm eating unhealthy, then I will go up to maybe 65. So that's why the 3 kilos is easy to lose, the unhealthy weight.
Okay.
So I think if I'm a little bit strict on my diet, the last 3 kilos should be
No, but why? The question is why fight at a certain weight? Why don't you just want to fight at that weight where you don't have to cut weight?
I think because we also want to, as best as possible, we want to have like the best size, the best. I think the ideal body fat percentage. Also, we don't want to be eating crap, and it's not just about the weight; it's also about performance.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one thing that people don't understand. I mean, of course, I can fight 69 kilos, no problem. But one is I will most likely be less efficient compared to a 72 kilos guy going down to 69 and watching his diet compared to me who's like naturally maybe 62, eating as much as I want and be fighting at 69.
Actually, the food really matters. What he said is very true because there's a difference between eating a 300 calorie burger and going for a fight and eating a 300 self-made meal with, like you say, avocado and chicken. The performance really matters a lot.
Yeah, but the thing is, people usually go down a weight class or go down to a certain weight because they would want to have the size and
advantage,
power
yes.
advantage,
Yes.
right? But then you look at someone like, I think it was Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, when he fought Eddie Alvarez, he did not cut weight.
Correct.
When he got his second belt, right? He was eating burgers during the weigh-in week and everything like that, and then he eventually knocked out the person. The other example is Daniel Cormier, right? He couldn't win John Jones in light heavyweight, and then he moved up to heavyweight, and then he destroyed everyone, and he eventually won the belt, which he lost eventually to Stipe.
Maybe he is meant to fight heavyweight.
Yeah, but what makes you guys think that you guys are not meant to fight at that weight that you guys? I mean, like look at you. You're not short. You're tall.
Yeah.
So
For him,
what-
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, but
why
you see, for me, fighting at 69 kilograms, if I can be fighting someone at 69, but the person is number one is going to be much taller than me. Nowadays, 69 kilograms, I don't know what they're eating in life. They're like beanstalks, like so bloody tall. No.
Not duck laksa for
Oh
sure.
no, not duck laksa. So why I decided? So I fought actually a lot of weight category. When I first started boxing, I was light heavyweight. Then I dropped. Now I'm fighting super lightweight. So I've literally went through all the categories. So if you ask me what is my most comfortable, I would say 66 kilograms to 69. But why I decided to actually go to 63 was, number one is my coach told me to go down to 63. He said, Vicky, that will be the best one. You'll be lean, you'll be fast, you'll have power, you'll have everything. So I said, okay, fine, I will do it. I mean, it's a bit more tiring, it's a bit more effort, but it can be done. It can be done.
what's your age now?
I'm 29 this year.
Oh, 29, that's tough.
So young. How old are you, An?
32.
Real age, ah.
So old.
Huh?
Real age.
Yeah, real age. I know I look 16, but yeah.
60 more like.
16. Just my hair looks 60.
Okay, so I think your last fight was in December. Was it in December? Was it the same card as one, right?
Yes. Yeah, we fought together, right?
No, my last fight was at a different event. It
Oh,
wasn't
the one
The
before
one
that.
before, I mean,
The one
KBX,
before
right?
that.
Yeah, KBX, yeah, before December.
And
that
I mean,
was your third fight, is it?
That fight.
there was your third pro fight, and well, we were there to watch it, and we were hearing some people were not really happy with the decision.
Yeah. I heard
Well,
a lot of that.
I mean, what do you have to say about that?
Okay, it was one of my toughest fights. Yeah, I would really say. I mean, that guy was really good. He was really good. I trained equally hard. I trained very, very hard, but he was good. Let's face the fact, he had much more experience than me. But I'm really very grateful. Okay, number one, I'm grateful for getting the win. Right, maybe through points or whatever it is. You know, sometimes it can happen. But all I did was just to hear out my cornerman, which was my coach, and I just executed exactly what he asked me to do because he could see everything. So, I try not to be. I'm not cocky neither arrogant when it comes to a decision. I respect all my opponents every time I tell them thank you so much because it takes a lot of effort for the opponent himself to train and come down for you because you can't fight yourself right in the ring. You need someone else to be in front of you to fight. So, in regards with that decision, I would say it was a very tough fight, and I'm no one to actually because I'm not the one counting the points and everything. Maybe in the people's opinion or opinion point of view or whichever it is, I might have lost, but I'm grateful that I won the fight. So it gives me a little wake up call to train harder, and also a little bit of inspiration to keep doing this.
That's a nice way of saying it.
Well, what do you learn most from a hard fight like that?
Oh, that one thing I learned in during that fight is okay. The opponent, his name is Rusmin. He was very good, punched hard, but I was able to hold it. But I was able to take the blows, and I kept walking. I kept walking forward. I tried not to let go. Though there was a couple of things that actually happened. My hand got stuck in the corner ropes, and there was a very bad twist and a very bad pain on my right shoulder. It was terrible. But I told myself, oh no shit, man. There's like that. Everyone is here to watch. You know, no matter what happens, say Vicky, you just stand and get this done. It was terrible. So one thing I learned that it was my first. I think it was my first match fighting 6 rounds. Oh my god, fucked up, man. It was fucked up, I tell you. It was crazy.
How's your approach when you when you're leading up to a fight? Just share with us your chemistry with Willip.
Okay.
And also like how you guys see the fight. Whether you see his previous fights before you decide on an opponent, or like what to work on. How do you see their weaknesses? What do you see? Like I see certain things in fighters, whether to tell myself whether they are good or not.
Alright.
But what do you see in fighters before, like?
So basically, just to do a small hint, number one, Coach Willip, when he decided, I don't know what he really saw in me, that he wanted me to be a pro fighter, but he always says one thing to me. He says, Vicky, the only reason why I wanted you to turn pro and I'm always supporting you is because you're much more hardworking. He said, you're very hardworking. You sacrifice sleep. You sacrifice a lot of things. And he says, that is one of the most important quality for a boxer. Because not everybody wants to be a professional boxer. Like, you want to wake up at 3 o'clock, man?
No, but I want to become a professional boxer. But I just want to wake up at 3 o'clock.
I got ever went out, like, not say went out, like finished work and I had certain things to do at 2 a.m. and I came back home at 3 a.m. And I had to wake up, I had to sleep just for half an hour so that I can shower, change and go for training at 4:30 in Juchat. So it's a lot of sacrifices. Like crazy amount of sacrifice. It's crazy, but deep down I have a little fetish for this. Like, I love doing this. Like, it's nice when my body rejects my weight. Like, you know, sometimes when you train so hard and then you stand on the weighing scale and then you see the weight doesn't go down, it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the hell? Past 1 hour I've been skipping, you know, like why the weight is not going down? But I like to take it in the positive manner. I was like, okay, you want to play games? Can I know what to do? So I push myself even harder. So coming back to the part where about fights and everything, Coach Willip always will tell me one thing, Vicky, if your basics are good and you have really sharpened your basics, and whenever you are not because my style of boxing is I'm a very out boxer. I'm not an offensive boxer. Because maybe lack of experience. Maybe I've not really gotten that yet. But definitely I hope to get there one day. He says, Vicky, play beautiful boxing. He says, play beautiful. When people watch you, they must like, wow, beautiful boxing. That's nice. It's not like going like after the club and everybody bam 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 bam. It's a very different style of boxing.
Everybody can fight, but not everybody can box.
Yeah, I agree. Agree a lot to what he says. So he says, Vicky, you must display number one class showmanship and a lot of. You have to respect the opponent. He said, no matter what, you must always respect the opponent. So when we train, we always train on brushing up our basics. He always feeds me with something new. He doesn't throw everything. So like my next upcoming fight, there's something new coming up. So there's like a different way of standing. There's a different way of my stance. There's a different way of throwing a punch. So it's always like we learn within ourselves. So he tries to brush me up within my maximum potential. Yet we are yet to see fights. I mean, I have seen my second opponent's fights. But thereafter, Coach Philip says, Vicky, just work on your defense and just listen exactly to what the cornerman says. You will win the fight. So I've been doing that lah. So by God's grace, everything has been turning out fine.
It's very different to your approach, right? What's your approach?
I think to some extent we are similar. I mean, the signs of a good coach is that they focus a lot on the fundamentals, which is important. For me, when me and Coach Alex, we work on certain things. We work on strategy. We work on technique. And also at some point of time, I need to be able to think for myself.
Yes.
I think this is where we come a little bit different, because for Coach Philip, I think he says listen to the corner, which is right. I mean, I have to listen to Alex also, but things happen inside the ring, and sometimes you need to react based on your experience, based on like how things are, because at the end of the day, you are the one getting hit.
True.
We all have the perfect strategy to fight someone. Like, hey, why you do this? Why you must go out? My fight like you fight. But bro, you're not feeling the power of his punches.
Yeah.
They will say, hey bro, come in hey, go aggressive just go punch the body.
Yeah, you can hear all that at the back.
Yeah, I know bro, I know. But this guy is hitting like a truck, man.
Next time you see that you turn around.
Say, you want to take my glove now?
Si sakit bro. Kau nak masuk?
Yeah, so basically I think it's pretty much how I approach fights lah. I mean, I will see my opponents. I mean, opponents will always have certain habits. So, but what I see is not weaknesses. I think habits. They will always tend to go back to the same thing.
Habits.
Especially when they're in trouble, they will end up to be the same thing. And for me, the older you are, like for me, I am unfortunately getting older, and it's very hard to change habits. So I think that's something that I have to drill in me so that if I have to go back to my flight mode, I am still sort of fighting the way that I want to, rather than just running around trying to survive.
Oh, okay. That's something new.
I think you brought up a good point about fans being rowdy and stuff like that, and not really understanding.
But I'm not asking them to shut up. It's fun. It's fun to prove them wrong.
What's the worst thing that has happened to you?
About what?
Where people come and shout from outside all?
Nothing. It doesn't bother me.
I kena one. I come down to the ring already. The fella say, bro, I think you lose. Walao it.
I know. I think that's my friend actually. I think that's my friend.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like shocked. I said, bro, I just finished 6 rounds, bro. I said, I want to go I want to go eat something. I want to get a beer, and I want to like get it done and over.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think that was your first fight. I believe it was your first fight.
No, it was my third fight. My last one.
Your last one.
My last one. I came down already. I walked over to my dad. I was walking over to my dad. The fella say, bro, I think you lose. Hey, come on, say something nice. Like, bro, you can
punch him in the face, man.
No, I can't. Now, that's the one thing I will never ever do.
So, all 3 fights you win by decision?
Yes.
Do you feel the pressure to win by knockout? Like to...
I don't feel pressured. I wouldn't use the word pressured, but I definitely feel like I would like... If I'm going to get my first knockout, it will be memorable. And I'm working very hard towards it. Because... getting a knockout, I've never experienced a knockout before. I mean in a fight before. So I would really love and look forward if it really happens, God willing, I'm really looking forward to it, because it will be something memorable. Is for me, in my stance, a knockout doesn't mean it shows that you're a damn hard hitter or something. Like, I mean, sometimes a knockout can be happen at the right place at the right time. And then it goes down. But it's a nice feeling to say, hey, you know what? I have a knockout. So it's right now it's like there's no knockouts in my box right now. So I would love to actually see one, because I have yet to taste how it actually is.
So you're aiming for a knockout in your next fight?
I wouldn't aim. If God willing gives me a knockout, I'm very blessed to have it.
How many knockouts do you have?
I can't remember.
Wow.
Hey, don't be humble lah. Come on lah. I check his box.
I can't remember, but I think quite a lot lah.
Oh,
but is it true that your first knockout was also the first time you got knocked down
No,
in a fight?
no, it's not true.
It's not true.
I think I got my first knockout in my second fight in less than 1 minute.
Whoa. Serious?
Yeah, it was in Malaysia. Yeah, I remember.
Your pro fighter?
Yeah, my pro fight.
Damn
I was
good,
against this Indonesian. I mean, to be fair, maybe he's not at that level, but he's fought some great champions in Thailand before.
Mhm.
So of course I was nervous.
Wow,
back
your name
then.
on the top list, yeah. Well, you really need to change your picture.
I know, right? Yeah. So in that fight,
Yeah,
I remember
11 knockouts.
I remember my friend. I think I have a group of friends traveled from
You want to show
Singapore.
off? Just show off lah.
About what?
11 knockouts.
Oh,
See the
11
smile
knockouts,
in
right.
there.
You wanna-
Smile, just smile lah.
11 knockouts. So yeah, I think I had a group of people coming from Singapore. They traveled by bus.
To support you.
Yeah, to support me, and the fight lasted less than 1 minute.
Oh, you
Wow.
shortchanged
No,
them, man.
because my friend who was recording the fight, he said his battery is dying.
Wait, what the
So I
hell?
did him a favor.
Walao,
In
what
1
the-
minute, and it can even fit into an Instagram video.
You needed
What the hell?
to finish it
Seriously.
fast.
Yeah,
ah.
so it was
How
good.
I wish somebody can come and tell me, bro, my battery finishing. Can you finish the fight fast?
But the thing is, I think knockouts you cannot force. It's like love. If you force it, it'll be shit.
Serious?
Yeah, you cannot force knockouts.
Uh-oh.
The more you force knockouts,
Yeah, let's-
you
yeah.
are going to show a
Love.
lot of your weaknesses. You're going to show.
I'm not going to look at love the same way anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, just don't force it, bro.
How's it?
If you force it, it cannot go in.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but you can't force knockouts. You can't force knockouts. You gotta let it go. You let it flow. I mean, you have to have a certain strategy. You have to work a certain punch. You have to know what kind of openings your opponents offer when they do a certain movement, things like that.
Yeah,
but it
it's
takes a lot of
you
studying.
studying.
But I will study my opponent. But I will take it. I will go in with an open mind. But it's my coach who's the one who's like critically analyzing everything. Not only analyzing my opponent, but also analyzing me, my weaknesses, my strength.
Mhm.
Then we try to make it work for
Oh,
us.
that's nice.
What is the best corner advice you've ever gotten for both of you?
For me, it's probably don't get hit too much with the left hook.
Right. So from then on, you were
I think my cornermen are pretty much. I think they're pretty relaxed. They're quite clear-minded in the heat of battle. So it wasn't like they had to go extra hype mode or something.
even you know who?
Even who? My previous coach.
Mm.
He's a good coach though, but I don't know.
What about you? What's the best?
Actually, mine wasn't really during my bad times where I received the best advice. It's very hard to actually get good advices from Coach Philip. It's not easy. I think I was fighting my second pro fight, and he said, "Vicky, I'm very happy. I don't need to tell you what you're doing. You're doing great. Just go there." So I really had good fun for my second fight. So that really lifted my spirits up.
Nice.
He said, "You're doing exactly what I teach you. I have nothing to say." So I was like, "Wow, okay, thank you, coach."
What do I do now?
Say, can I have some water more?
Alright. Do you know anything about your next opponent? Who is he? Where is he from?
Okay, before that,
Yeah.
Vicky's gonna fight in the next
Oh,
KBX,
yeah,
right?
okay.
You want to say more about that? Because you'll be on the card too.
Yeah, so we will be fighting on 29 March at the Pavilion. So we both sell tickets on our site. So you can get tickets from us. I will be headlining the event. I will be fighting for the WBC Diamond title.
Diamond.
And you'll be fighting how many rounds? 6 rounds? Or eight?
Once again. Oh, please don't promote me so fast. 6 rounds.
6 rounds? Okay.
6 rounds. 6 rounds.
Okay, so your opponent is? You have any idea who your opponent is?
His name is
yet?
David, I think, from Indonesia as well.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward. Always a learning experience, and let's have fun. Let's have fun.
I want to point out something that I believe I've watched a few of your pro fights because you have been on the same card as him.
Oh, thank you for
Yeah,
the
you were
honor.
talking shit about him also.
Oh, wow.
Me?
Stop pretending, bro.
No.
We are open. This is a couch where everything is honest.
Really? It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay to lie.
What are you talking shit?
No, but I want to say something. If there's one thing that I notice about when Vicky fights, right?
Yeah.
It's he has a lot of supporters.
Yes, he does.
No lah, come on lah. You really think as much as him?
Well, he's different.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah, different
he's
level.
different.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
but for a fighter who is not, you're just
Upcoming,
you're just
still
starting
new.
your career, right?
Yes.
You do have a lot of supporters.
A lot of
And,
people come and support me, not because I'm a good fighter. They support me because of my dream, because of the things that I have done and what I want to do further. And they like to see how far can I go. So I told myself this: let's fight. And and I told my fans, my supporters, and whoever has been supporting me that, as much as you guys support me and you all give me all the support, I will give my best. So let's hope if God permits, might look to have or fight for a belt. I mean, it's always the next course of action when we are pro fighting.
But has it ever occurred to you that might be a bit of pressure with so many people?
Nope. It's every man's competition is himself. When I start to look at another person, like for example, not mentioning him specifically. If I'm going to look at him and say, wow, Ridhwan got 2-3 belt. I also need to get a belt. Then you start to waver off from the reality of what you need to do. But when you put yourself there and say, you know what, Vicky, you need to train harder than there, and then that belt will come to you. Your course of action is because you're more focused on this. You're not focused on this. You understand? So I've always thought to myself, no pressure. Even if it's going to take me 15 fights out there to go and grab the WBC, Silver Asia or whatever it is, I'll go through the 15 fights. Even if it takes me 20 fights, I'll go and do it. Because my only competition, because one day when I hold the belt, I'll know how much I've been through. And everybody's path is different. Like you see, 140 fights. Yeah, I almost was 140 kilos only, bro.
That is good mindset of seeing things as how it is, because you have to know the real goals. Because I think there are a lot of noises, there's a lot of distractions outside. You have to know what kind of boxer you want to be, what you want to achieve.
Yes.
Not trying to achieve what somebody else has.
Yes.
So I mean, it's great to surpass somebody, but I think it's more important to surpass your own record. Your own what you want to achieve.
True. I think that's quite agreeable.
Yeah, I'm very happy when I see you fight because of the fans itself. Because I mean, I've seen a lot of local fights because of him, and
wait, how are you guys related?
I have no idea. It was just an interview.
Since you want to ask that question,
he was damn polite.
Why?
He was like, please here, please there. Very nice guy. Now he's super.
Okay. Let's start from the beginning. I used to be a sports journalist.
Oh, nice.
And then I was sent down to interview him.
Oh, interesting.
At a point of time, I was like, what? Seriously? Like Singapore boxing?
Seriously? You're really going to say that with two boxers
I was like, Singapore. I was like, no. I'll be honest. At that point of time, there was no one.
Yeah, actually true.
Right? There was no one. I've never even
there were people. It's just that you media people only take people who are already made it.
No, but it's also my mindset, because I came from
understand.
I came from another
Silat.
I came from another channel which was a lot bigger, and I was interviewing international stars.
Oh wow.
And then I joined another company and I had to interview this local guy.
I like how the way he talks. He's like he's literally like fucking you up in one way, and then you're fucking him back in another way.
It happens all the time. Don't get me wrong. This is how I am with him all the time.
Okay.
But then I think in the course of interviewing him, I realized that this guy actually has something lah. It's very legit. And by that point of time, he says I'm polite, right? This guy was damn shy, bro.
Oh.
I was genuinely shy.
He was like, after the interview, he's like, where to look when somebody interview you? I don't even know where to look. I'm the one who taught you to look at their nose.
Oh, but then, you need to look at the nose.
Yeah, if you don't want to look at the person's eye, you look at the person's nose, because the eye level and the nose level is around the same. But then I look at his nose and I was like, wow, cannot lah. Must look into his eyes. Look how flat it is.
What the hell?
Too much punches though. So that's how I think after that we started.
Then you emailed me, you was being nice, you say, oh, this is the video, next time you should do this.
I was doing PR shit lah.
Oh,
but
nice.
Fake crap. Media stuff lah. Media stuff.
But after that, I think we became friends.
I don't know how. I think it was the first prata meet or something. Then after that, we had a few fights coming up. Then you were always covering me.
Yeah, I got assigned to him, so I just like, might as well make use of him and his popularity.
Nice. I hope. Did any of the previous interviewers ask about this question?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
I think people just assume because from then on, people will always see me with him.
Oh, nice.
And we were at fights mostly lah.
Yeah, it is kind of sad that people associate me with him, but
but I do like watching fights with him, especially when he's not fighting, because he's quite like, oh yeah, this guy cannot lah.
I hope you didn't say such things about me.
Whenever you fight, he's been fighting. So
he'll be inside training.
Yeah. I mean, to me, we're friends, definitely. But when he has to fight, he's in his fighting mode. I will. I know not to get into his way on. Yeah, so mostly I will just talk to him after the fight and stuff like that, right? Mostly, I give him his space, lah. Even though
You
we're
don't really sound damn gay, right?
Oh,
No,
yes.
not him. It's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I need to give him his space. You
well,
know what?
somebody has to explain things.
Oh, okay.
So, Vicky, you should give a shout out to your fans, brilliant fans.
Right.
And then now you're gonna fight again at KBX. You wanna try to do your best. You wanna try to get a knockout. But what
Hopefully.
you said it again? The belt, is the belt the ultimate goal here, or is it inspiring others?
The belt is the true goal is to be always to be a better version of myself. And if the belt allows me to do that and to inspire others as well, then why not go for the belt? The belt is not a selfish desire. It's not for me to make myself look bigger than the rest of the boxers out there, whether is it amateur or pro.
Nice.
Because as much as we are talking now, there will be at least a few people who are amateur who are thinking, looking at Ridhwan or looking at me. Let's hope a few of them look at me. Okay.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Well, you got as many followers on Instagram as he does, so.
So they're looking at us and they say, one day I should be like him and one day I should be like him. If it allows us as a channel for this scene, professional boxing scene, to actually grow, if the belt is going to allow me to do that, why not, man? Let's go, and let's not stop at one belt, because getting a belt is, like I said, it's not a selfless decision. It's not I just want to get because I want to. Hey, you know what? Ridhwan has 2 belts. Daryl Edmond has 1 belt, or whoever has many other belts. It's not a competition. It's I want to do something to make people believe in themselves, because that is why we all are here. That's as our main purpose in life is to help one another, not to pull other people down.
And that's a great way to look at it.
Has
What-
the Indian community, has the Indian community been very supportive with
yeah, definitely
your
they-
goals? Have they been interviewing you, getting you on the channels or something like that?
Yeah, so mostly a lot of people recognize me because of my extreme weight loss, and then that linked up to becoming a professional boxer. So I've been interviewed in radio. I came on a newspaper, and I got a TV interview recently with my wife as well. So in one way or another, it's nice to see that people do recognize me. So I would like to do something back for them and inspire some of the Indian community boxers, whoever they are, to actually turn pro. You don't have to worry. You have a good guidance. You have a good mentor. You have a good coach. Why not go and see what more you can achieve? Because there's always someone better than us. I'm pretty sure we all know that. There's always someone better than us, and it's our duty to not feel jealous about them, but as much as we can help everybody around us grow. Because somebody helped me when I was just, like you said, 7 amateur fights. Like, what the hell? Like, hey, it's like you are like nothing, and then I turned pro. But somebody believed in me. And then I had a very good support within the whole boxing scene. Like he used to text me. He sent me on Instagram, hey, good luck, man. I'm proud you're doing this. And people like Daryl Edmond will comment and say, bro, you're doing great, man. I don't know how you do it. And then I have people from other sides and stuff. They want to text me. So I'm really very blessed, and that the current professional boxing scene doesn't look at me like this guy just came in, but rather they're very supportive.
They embrace you.
They embrace me. They say, you know what, Vicky, you can do it. Even though how I can sometimes screw up in the ring, they say, you know what, hey, congrats, you got the win. Good, man. Looking forward for the next fight. So I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy.
You need to talk to that friend who, after the fight,
Oh no,
straight
I cannot remember which guy you're telling. Which one you're telling? I think maybe a old one.
I don't know. So
Oh.
I think he was telling me about your first fight. But then we'll get to that later. But I
okay.
think it's also important that he brought up whatever he just did, because I think a lot of people, not a lot, I think there are a few boxers or athletes even like to thrive on the hate mentality. Like, oh, I've got these haters, I got this, that I have to prove to them this, which is good, which is a good source of motivation.
Yeah.
But it doesn't last for very long. And some people say the boxing community is toxic. It can be sometimes. But I think when the boxers come together, I think no matter what people see from the outside, when the boxers are messaging you, showing
Yes.
them their support, whether they mean it or not, I don't care.
Yeah.
But it also means that we actually respect each other.
Yes.
It's a dangerous sport, but we all want the best for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point of this podcast, right? I mean, look, boxing in Singapore is really small, and there's only a selected few professionals who actually make it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
There's no point backstabbing, killing each other. just stand together, support each other, and hopefully it will grow the sport, and there will be a lot more boxers and a lot more boxing in the future.
True.
Yeah, it's all about creating a platform for the younger generation as well. See, me and Ridhwan, we all are old people already. 29 next
Yeah,
year.
Well,
old,
he's
I'm not.
very old.
That's because I have a beard doesn't make me old.
But okay, one, you Vicky has brought up a lot of times that you have a few belts, right? We all know you have few belts, even though you don't know where they all are now.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story, right? This guy does not. I remember the first time. I think it was the first belt, the WBA Asia, right?
WBA Asia belt. Yep.
So he won the belt,
Alright.
I'm the second one in the world, I think, to win that belt.
and then
Wow. Hey, congrats, man.
Oh, thanks.
I think the next time I came to the gym, the belt was like just collecting dust at the side of the gym. And I was like, "Where's your belt?" And it's like, "Oh, there lah." Then when I went to look at it, it was so dusty and everything. It's like, dude, don't you like? He's like, "Nah, belts don't matter to me."
Which
now,
is
now, do you have any advice for Vicky on his journey to eventually get a belt? And you've won a few belts. Can you like share with him how it feels like to win a few belts?
I think the winning of the belt feels a little bit awkward because I don't exactly know how to feel, but I think the good thing about you is you are enjoying the process, which is I think is very important. You enjoy the process, and winning the belt is like just to reach a destination which is not promised. And there are a lot of great fighters who never even got the opportunity to fight for a belt, and they never become world champions because of politics, because of so many other things. But I think it's the fights that you go through outside the ring, whatever you go through, your coach, your family, as you go and try achieve, create great fights for the fans. I think that's what matters. I think the belts are great, but I think in the Singapore context, we need the belt because we need to be in the media. Because the media needs to show something to the people, then they'll cover you. But after a while, I think a lot of people are having belts, and the belt shouldn't define you as a boxer or as a person. It's great to have the belt. It's good to be proud of the belt. It's okay to take a lot of photos with the belt. It's okay to buy prata and have the belt around your waist if you want. It doesn't. Nobody gives a crap. But I think it shouldn't define you.
Yeah.
After a while, I think people are more educated now. People know some belts don't mean anything.
Yeah.
So I think for me personally, I prefer to have tough fights, great fights,
Yeah.
and something that I can be proud of, win or lose. But of course, I prefer to win. But if I lose that fight and not get that belt, it's okay because I know I've tested myself, and that is always what I want to. That is always what I want to do. That is how I want to be remembered. And
Wow.
this guy can fight, man.
That's great.
Ridhwan brought up a very important point where some people think that you need a belt to be recognized to be somebody, right? To get covered by the media, right? But I just want to say that you don't need a belt to be on the #1 fight sport podcast in Singapore, the One Man
Yes.
Show. So if you want to be on the show, let us know.
Yeah.
This is a shameless plug,
Yeah.
and I don't care what you say. Send in your CV or whatever. If you want to be on the show, let us know.
Yeah, you don't have to be a boxer. You can be a MMA fighter, wrestler, anything fight sports, right?
Yeah, anything fight sports.
Or anything related to fight sports.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
I mean,
good
we have a lot of people listening to us. We got more than 5 people now.
Yeah, finally, I
Five,
think we're going up to 8.
More than
Going up to
5.
eight now.
Usually it's just our family members. Hopefully, with you being on the show, we'll have a few more listeners.
Well,
I'm
let's hope,
hoping the whole of Vasantham is going to listen to us.
Oh, whole of us don't listen to us.
I just
Let's hope.
okay. Now that we've talked for a bit, and I kind of get a feeling of what you're made of and stuff like that. Not what you're made of, but
I hope it's good stuff.
but it seems like a lot of you have a very positive mentality. Your outlook is very positive.
Thank you.
right? How much of it is because of the weight loss? Because it seems like, look, the hardest thing for me, right, when I was younger, the hardest thing was to put on weight,
Huh?
right?
Serious?
It was very difficult because I started weight cutting at a very young age. When
I
I
think you were
was,
telling me the story of you eating your mom's asam pedas, then you dab the fish
Yeah.
with
I dab the
napkin.
food with napkin. I dip it into water. I dab it on napkin,
But why you do that?
and I eat it to get rid of the oil.
What you did?
Well,
Arms,
I had to cut a lot, man.
his anal.
Yeah, I was quite. When I was in Silat, I think I've not a lot lah.
Oh, you used to be a Silat fighter.
Yeah, I had to cut.
Silat Panther aspirations.
I didn't say it in a bad way, lah.
Yeah, it sounded bad, dude.
No,
You
I
just-
said, I'm like, wow.
By the
like,
way, Silat
Before you do
has
it, your
more
leg,
support than boxing
Win
in
low, win
Singapore.
wow, serious, I see that fighter. ah.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah, used to
power,
be,
ah.
five-time
nice.
national champ. You know
Oh,
what I
hey,
mean?
congrats,
Yeah,
man,
Hey,
congrats.
thanks. But not a boxing champ.
But you get to represent the country outside
Yes,
of
I did.
Singapore?
Yes, I did.
Where do you go? Do you go to Europe?
No, I didn't go to Europe.
Are there Europeans who do Silat?
Yeah, they are. I mean, that's why Singapore used to win a lot, because those guys just learn, right? And then they have like the British Open, they have the Dutch
Oh, I
Open,
didn't
stuff
know
like
about
that.
this,
And
you know.
Yeah, now
Singapore,
you know.
because
Now you know.
because we were at the
It's like me playing the DK Barat now, bro.
the whole thing about how Silat, like to me, right, the whole thing about how Silat established itself as one of the elite sports, right, was because we had all these championships in Europe.
Oh, nice.
French Open, British Open, I think it was Dutch Open and stuff like that. So all these countries just started Silat, you know what I mean? And then out of all the powerhouses in Silat are in Southeast Asia. Vietnam used to be very strong. I don't know if they are now. Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, right?
Okay.
All the Southeast Asia country, right? But out of all these countries, right, who has the money to actually send athletes to go overseas?
Singapore.
Yeah, so we sent our athletes over there, trash everyone. Some of these guys like can't even kick properly.
Wait, you guys really punch me? People bleed during it.
No,
Yeah,
they,
no.
Silat cannot punch the face.
No, Silat cannot punch the face, so you wear a body protector. You can only kick and punch the body.
Wow, that's good enough to.
But
hurt
then you
really,
are
ah.
also able to do takedowns,
Oh, interesting.
right? So when someone kick, you can actually grab their legs and you can slam them on the ground. So it's a point system and stuff like that, lah. It's a lot like taekwondo. Yeah, but taekwondo allowed kicks to the head.
Yeah.
Silat doesn't. So basically, from that, right, we had a lot of champions like, oh, this guy won in Europe, and stuff. And then the media started to gain a lot of coverage, right, because we were winning overseas and
Yep.
stuff like that. But in actual fact, sometimes when we go SEA Games, we still lose, lah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you finally fight the Vietnams and the Indonesians, and then But I think the good thing is that we made our names like in all these other countries, and we gave like Singapore something to cheer about. So eventually the funding started rolling. So that's the genius of Mr. Sheikh Alauddin. But at that point of time, there was like, I don't think the competition level was that
But
great.
you quit because of what again?
I had to study lah, bro. Mother asked me to take A-levels. I take A-levels.
Wow, smart kids.
Yeah,
A-level.
smart.
Can do A-levels and Silat.
Yeah,
what?
still can fight.
Cannot, cannot.
Iman, you study until where? A-level.
Me high level. Very high level.
I see you graduated. At least you graduated poly, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, me too. I quit uni.
You quit uni. Well
I
done,
quit
bro.
uni to start my gym.
What did your parents say about that?
Of course, they are warrant officers. They really hated me. My mom didn't talk to me, kind of thing.
Oh no,
It
are
was
you guys talking now?
Now, yeah, 3 years already. So
Yeah.
now she talks. So it was terrible, lah.
Yeah, but back to the question.
Oh yeah, we lost.
Back to the
I don't understand how I was invited to this show, but then Silat became like Silap. It came in Silaply, and then
Wait, can you speak Malay?
no, I don't want to say bad words.
You can understand.
Yeah,
lah.
yeah,
I
you know
understand
the bad
now.
words lah.
Yeah, all
It's
the
standard,
mama,
what?
pima, all the all the anak, all this nonsense. All I was at Yishun neighborhood school, bro. What do you expect?
Whoa, Yishun
Ghetto,
boys.
Ah, man.
We got Yishun boys in the house.
Yeah, man, I'm from Yishun.
Are you still from Yishun?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, are you still staying in Yishun?
Now I stay with my wife in Serangoon North.
Right.
Yeah, but the blood still runs red.
Whose blood is not red?
You don't understand it yet.
Oh, no,
I'm joking.
I get it. So this Yishun boys. So
Yeah,
that's the
Asian
Yishun
boys.
corner today.
Yeah, so it's a neighborhood school and stuff lah. So
Right.
they were you're coming back to your question once again.
Yeah, coming back to my question, which
So
is
being fat.
Yeah.
Okay, so being fat, yes, it did motivate me. Part of it is that factor to actually keep doing it. But actually, boxing really molded me to the person I am today because it saved me. I lost my gym last year, my big gym. I had a bigger gym in Jalan Pemimpin, about 2008 square feet.
Wow, that's huge.
I made a big jump in my life, and then I was actually training for my first professional fight. So I was in the midst of I lost my big gym because of some URA matters and I lost a lot of money and I was in the lowest point of my time. So I had no more money and it came to a level where me and my family had to come to help to like pick up the mats. It was ton loads of mats. I mean, to fill up 2,000
square feet. It's crazy.
At least about 400 or 500 mats. And you know, the mats are not heavy. It's like this kind of mats, but like 0.5. So one thing boxing has taught me and molded me as a person is you fucking don't give up, man. Life can spit at you. Life can throw shit at you. But that's what life is supposed to do to mold you to the next level. Unless you are born rich, like super, then again you still have some problems lah. Not everybody who's damn rich or damn well to do doesn't have any problem. You know, they come out with like stupid problem like cancer lah, will come out lah, or they don't have a peaceful life lah. The wife run away with another guy lah, cannot sleep at night lah. You know,
Iman kind of problem.
No, I'm not rich.
So I always tell myself, life needs to give you problems for you to evolve as a person to go to the next level. So I lost my gym, guys. It's like, wow, now I talk about it, I can almost want to cry.
Pain, bro.
Pain, it's damn painful.
Bro.
Very, very painful. Very painful. It was very painful. I literally like saw the gym grow from nothing. And I was a young businessman. I was a young boy with a big dream to change as many people as possible at affordable. But yeah, you know, URA has their own regulations and we cannot say anything about it. We have to respect everything. So I was training for my first profile. I still remember Coach Willie, everywhere dusty, everywhere dusty. I cannot move anywhere. So Coach Willie will drive all the way down to my gym while the dust and we used to train. We took out all the half mats. There were only a few mats left so that I can do footwork drills. So I will train there. So partially, weight loss is 1% part of me, has made me the person today, but boxing has molded me into the man I am today, the character. Because how hard you get hit, you better fucking stand up. Because life is not going to be very nice to you.
True.
Life is never going to be nice to you. Look, I sacrifice sleep. I sleep 1 hour, I sleep 2 hours. No one will understand the fatigue. You cannot go inside my body and feel my fatigue, you know.
I don't want to go inside you.
Like as I speak, No, not there. Oh my God.
This is gonna make the teaser already. This is gonna make the teaser.
Look, you look so sad. I
Oh
had
my
to laugh
God.
and think so.
Seriously, of
We're
all
not
things
a
in the
sad
world, you had to
podcast.
come and tell me I don't want to go into you.
Well, you said you want me to come inside your body.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You had it coming,
You
bro.
walk right into that one, bro.
Right into that. I'm sorry, man.
Continue.
Okay. So like I said, it's a very tiring. As I started my day, I only had I had like 4 pieces of beef and 3 pieces of chicken because I ordered the wrong thing from 18 Chef. I wasn't able to cook. I ended my nights late, so I that was barely 150 calories. I've been surviving on that and 7 cups of coffee since morning. So
Damn, 7 cups of coffee.
I love my black coffee.
Peeing black coffee, bro.
Been peeing black coffee, man. And I finished my
racist,
PTs.
why black coffee become black?
Because he drink black coffee. Wow.
You know, I don't want to mess around with him. He's a Silat champion, dude.
He retired. He will retire
really?
everything halfway.
Oh.
He was like, I'm gonna kick you. Never mind.
I'll buy the duck laksa.
This
the duck laksa.
podcast might even be halfway only.
So yeah.
Half of 2020. I don't know after June you're gonna be around also.
Wait, he?
Because he always do things halfway.
Oh, nice.
Story of my life. Look, I think that's one of the things that this podcast want to highlight. It's that the people who actually come and sit on this couch are people who actually sacrifice a lot. Not that there's anything to this couch.
Yes.
You know, you don't need to sacrifice a lot to be on this couch. I mean, I didn't sacrifice a lot, just time.
It's time.
But it's really nice to actually meet people who sacrifice a lot to chase a dream.
Yeah.
Because in Singapore, there's not a lot of people who do that. There's a lot of people who would settle for the mundane 9 to 5 job,
Yeah.
you know, and then at night they think about what could have been, right? But you guys are outliers because you guys actually went to chase a dream. I mean, kudos to everybody in Fight Sport in Singapore for actually chasing their dream. You know what I mean? And that's what this podcast is about. To hear your kind of stories on how your business went bad, but you found salvation in boxing, and boxing taught you a lot of life lessons.
Yeah, man.
You know, which is the same for you also, right? Boxing has taught you a lot of things. So boxing have brought you a lot of things also.
Think so, yeah.
So it's these things that people don't hear that this podcast is about. You know?
Yeah.
People know you for your weight loss, but people might not know you about you losing your business.
Yeah.
And I know we appreciate you opening up and telling us, because I think there's lessons in hearing other people's
Correct.
I mean, it's
trials
good if
and
somebody else
tribulation.
can learn from the mistakes that we have done and avoid that mistakes. We must be proud and we must be happy that we have actually saved someone out of that. So, opening up in many ways is my favorite thing to do.
Opening up what?
I'm gonna leave it to you.
Where are we going now, boys?
That's very subtle.
All right, so thank you so much for coming on.
No worries, man.
And your next fight is on
March 29th,
at
Pavilion.
Pavilion, March 29. The event name is called KBX
Grand.
KBX Grand. You can get tickets from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your IG handle?
Oh, my IG, Blood Punches.
Yeah, he's
You know,
very fierce.
Let's not go there. How that came about.
Blood_punches.
Punches, yeah,
So you
you
can
do.
follow him there. So
Yeah.
And you can also visit his gym, which is at.
Grassroots Club is it's called Sculpt Fit Society.
And do you have an IG for your
Yeah,
gym?
Sculpt Fit Society.
Sculptfield Society. One is also selling tickets, and you can get his tickets from.
you can get it from me directly. WhatsApp 83396945. Book
Wow.
your tickets, then you can get the tickets at the door itself
We're
for the
still
day.
waiting for the dick pics, guys.
Yeah,
We are
none.
2 episodes in. No one wants free tickets. Seriously, send dick pics and you'll get free tickets to watch
Serious, ah?
both of them fight.
Oh,
No, not
okay.
you. Not you.
You will know if it's
If upcoming, if there's any upcoming fights, I'm not fighting. I'm definitely going to
Yes,
send a dick pic.
definitely. We also have a competition going on for free tickets from what's that? Was it NU?
Nanyang Poly Sport and Wellness. They are giving away 2 free tickets. I think 2 pairs of 2 free tickets. So you just go to the you have to follow the One Man Show on Instagram. You have to follow Sport Wellness on Instagram. Then there's a photo of me being punched in the face. There's one post like that. You have to insert your most creative caption, I think, for that photo. Then Mr. Lionel is gonna pick the winner.
Okay, cool. Also, if you wanna come and try a boxing at One's gym, it's Legends Fight Sport. You can
Yeah,
come
we are at
over.
43 Panther Street. We offer free boxing trial. We also have 20 sessions for $200. That's only like $10 per class. So what's your excuse?
No excuse.
Yeah, no
Got a lot of
excuse.
excuse. Duck Laksa is a very big excuse.
Yeah,
because
Yeah, Duck Laksa is down the road.
no, Duck Laksa was at
Halal one, where?
Yeah, it was at Walaku, is it?
Why
At,
you smell like one kind
Wah.
when I say halal one?
Wah, atas foods yeah.
No, Walaku.
Walaku is
Walaku is at Ju Chat.
Is
Oh,
it?
really?
It was someone's birthday, guys. We had to go and celebrate. So yeah.
okay.
So follow all of us on Instagram. Follow the One Man Show on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook,
What, you on
Instagram.
Spotify?
Abo then.
I also want to be on Spotify, man.
We high level one there.
Oh, yeah.
And if
Oh my
you,
God.
And if you know of any fighters, whoever is involved in fight sports who can be on the show, just tag them and we will try to get in touch with them. We want to get as many fight athletes on our show. We want to create a positive influence in the fight community other than just making fun of each other. Yep.
Which, by the way, it's apparently some people get offended when I make fun of one. But just so you know, this is how we talk every day.
Yeah, this is how it's quite normal.
So
I just
yeah,
realized it.
we're trying to be the number 1 fight podcast. Well, we already are the number 1 fight podcast in Singapore because we are the only one. But the most important thing here is to get the fight community together. Guys, there's no point in everybody hating everybody. There's no point in infighting. Look, we are so small. Singapore is small.
Yeah, the world don't revolve around you lah.
We need to stand together.
We're a dot, actually.
We're smaller than a dot. Have you seen the map?
Dot.
Dot.
Yeah,
okay,
dot.
what he says, because he's the guest. So we are a dot.
No, dot.
But look, everybody needs to support each other, get together. You know, if you can, if you see us at local fights, say hi, say you want to be on the show.
Buy me buy us a drink after the fight.
Yeah, buy him a beer, buy me
After the fight.
Kopi O Ice. One also likes Kopi O Ice.
Kopi O Ice.
Kopi
Ribena.
Ice.
Ribena.
Kopi O Ice Cow.
Cow. Nice.
Can also lah.
Any parting words before your last fight?
No,
Before your next
last fight.
Before your next fight.
Firstly, I'd like to thank the One Man Show for actually taking the time.
Thank
What's
you.
the time right now? 10:46.
You have like 2 more hours of sleep.
No, even lesser than that. So once again, I'd like to thank the One Man Show. You know, I've always seen you, and it's been a very
Thank
great
you, bro.
honor,
It's a
and I've
pleasure.
looked up to you. And first time I'm meeting a Silat champion, so I'm
He's
ready.
not a champion lah. Just Silat.
Oh, okay. So I thank you guys again because this creates more exposure and more awareness, and it's coming down to a positive influence to the boxing community. So to the rest, who have trusted me, still trusting me, or who are going to trust me and believe that one day I'll be there to influence and create a positive change in the future. Thank you very much. I will do my best. I'll keep doing my best, and please do support and spread the positivity.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and actually opening up to us and sharing your stories and
No
stuff like
worries.
that. So guys, come watch both of them fight at KBX Grand on the 29th of March. That is one. This is Man. We're out.
I kena one. I come down to the ring already. The fella say, bro, I think you lose. Walao eh.
Oh, I think I know. I think that's my friend actually. I think that's my friend.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like shocked. I said, bro, I just finished 6 rounds, bro.
He told me,
I said,